What's up everybody, I'm HoopsandHipHop. So I think it's safe to say that everybody in the community loves fan art. Whether it's amazing drawings of already existing characters or awesome concepts for new ones, the Pokemon community is truly one of the most talented communities out there. Likewise, another thing that a large majority of the community enjoys is when we get to see existing Pokemon receive new evolutions in a brand new generation. This adds new focus to pre-existing Pokemon and gives them a fun bit of spotlight, and it's certainly fun to imagine which Pokemon would be good for this type of treatment. So today, I'm going to be counting down the top 5 fan-made evolution/pre-evolutions to pre-existing Pokemon. Now there is an important disclaimer here, because I'm going to be covering specific designs that fans have created rather than ideas that people have come up with. So for example, you might think Farfetch'd should totally get an evolution, but if someone hasn't created a really good design of that concept, it wouldn't be considered. Finally, all artists in this video will be credited in the description, so be sure to check them out and show them your support. Now with all of that taken care of, let's get into the video. At number 5 is this awesome Absol pre-evolution by Rizzo on DeviantArt. Now as a pre-evolution, this Pokemon has everything going for it. It's cute, but you can tell that it's not going to be useless like some other pre-evolutions have been accused of doing. Additionally, an Absol pre-evolution works nicely because hypothetically it would allow you to work on having an Absol on your team earlier in the game instead of having to catch one halfway through and catch it up to the rest of your team, as is often the case with Absol. Finally, on top of being cute, this design just has a very natural look to it. It doesn't look like this pre-evolution was forced at all and has a very seamless transition into its evolution as Absol. It is basically just a mini version of Absol, which is why it's just number 5, but it works great, so that's why it's on the list. The next Pokemon on the list is an evolution to a Pokemon who always seemed like it could use an evolution, and that's Chatot. This design by Mala Marvelous on DeviantArt is literally the perfect image of what I would expect from a Chatot evolution, and it expands on and blends the musical inspiration of Chatot's design so well. This design incorporates so many musical elements, such as the treble clef, the metronome, the conductor's suit, and even the baton, while still making the Pokemon itself look great and not over-designed, which is a really impressive feat considering all of this had to be worked into the body of a bird. When Chatot was introduced, it was sort of a gimmick Pokemon that was designed to show off the mic function of the DS with its signature move Chatter. But now that that's kind of a standard feature for game consoles, it would make a lot of sense to revitalize Chatot with an evolution, and this design is exactly what I would like to see. At number 3 is an interesting evolution to a rather uninteresting Pokemon, Basculin. Basculin is a Gen 5 Pokemon who was literally created because at the time, there weren't enough water types in the Unova region, and that's why it was given 2 different forms. So, if it was created in order to make more water types, naturally it wouldn't be a bad idea to give this Pokemon an evolution, and these evolutions from the Phoenix Dex Fakemon website are awesome. Firstly, there are obviously 2 forms of the evolution just like Basculin, and I like that they have a slightly different design because it gives you a little bit of choice in what you'd prefer. These 2 are also water fighting type, and funny enough, I really like that they have arms, because that's a different sort of thing for a fish Pokemon, but it really works here and gives these Pokemon a good dose of uniqueness. Finally, I also really like that these guys appear to be based around eels, because we only have a couple of eel Pokemon, and the eel is a great animal to use as inspiration for a Pokemon, so it's awesome to see it get some of the spotlight in this great design. Number 2 is probably the best one on this list in terms of the art itself, and that would be this Sigilif pre-evolution by Smiley Fakemon on DeviantArt. Now this one in terms of the concept and design is very similar to the Absol pre-evolution from earlier. It's basically a mini version of its evolved counterpart with not a whole lot of difference in design. It would hypothetically provide an earlier opportunity to add a Sigilif to your team when normally you can't usually catch one till about midway through the game, and it doesn't look like it's completely weak or useless like some other pre-evolutions. With all of those similarities though, the reason why I put this pre-evolution at number 2 is simply for the quality of the art and design. Smiley is known for some outstanding Fakemon, and this one in particular is as professional as it gets. There's no distinction in terms of capturing the Pokemon art style, the design makes perfect sense and provides a natural transition into Sigilif, and it honestly looks like artwork that came straight from Game Freak. So for the sheer amount of quality both in the design of this Fakemon and the artwork itself, it absolutely earns the runner-up spot on the list. And my number one fan-made evolution pre-evolution is this Quillfish evolution by Mala Marvelous on DeviantArt. I really love this one because it does a great job of hitting all the major points on why adding an evolution to a Pokemon is so cool. First, the need is there. Quillfish is one of the most overlooked and forgotten Pokemon of all time, and giving it an evolution would give it some attention that it desperately needs. Two, with the need for an evolution, this design doesn't just make a bigger Quillfish and call it good. It actually adds new elements into the design that really ups the cool factor compared to Quillfish. Like I said, it's not just a big Quillfish, so it gets points for originality, it adds the steel typing, and new typings are always a plus, and finally, it takes inspiration from underwater mines, which, given that underwater mines are circular in shape, fits perfectly with Quillfish's design and being based on a pufferfish. And last but certainly not least, the artwork and design overall is just really well done, and makes this a very believable idea as a potential evolution for Quillfish. I would personally love to see Quillfish get an evolution someday, because it's never fun to see a Pokemon get forgotten like it has been forgotten. And as we can see with this design, there is a lot of potential here to create something great. And there we have it, guys. Fan-made Pokemon have to easily be one of the more fun parts of the Pokemon community, especially while we're in between games, and I really enjoy making videos on them and highlighting the great art and artists that are in our community. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a like and let me know in the comments below which of these is your favorite and if there's another Pokemon you'd like to see get an evolution or pre-evolution. Finally, if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe for more Pokemon content every week, and with all that being said, I will be back with another video soon, so until then, as always, I will smell you guys later.